We all have that one person that means the world to us. We may not always say it or express it, but deep down, we all have that one person that we admire, we respect, and that we strive to be. That person for me was my great-grandma, my Mimi. She was so selfless, so strong, and she never failed to make me laugh. She was the greatest woman I knew, and I was so lucky to have gotten to have her in my life for 18 years. My mom grew up living with my Mimi, and she took care of her like she was her own. When my parents got divorced, my mom, my two brothers, and I moved in with her also. Every day after school when we got home, she would be watching her program, Wheel of Fortune. We always begged and whined for her to change the channel because we were stubborn little kids. She never complained about it and always did whatever we wanted. She was so selfless. For as long as I can remember, she was a home health nurse. Even up to her last couple years of life, she took care of people older than even herself. She had a crazy life. She went through so many surgeries, from breast cancer to skin cancer to hip replacements, but you would never know it about her. We all know those stubborn old ladies and men that won't go to the doctor or won't admit that something is wrong with them. That was my Mimi. She was pretty stubborn. November of 2017 was the last time that she had a hospital visit. She went for a small surgery and it turned into something bigger than we thought. She unfortunately never made it home from that hospital visit, but we were there with her every step of the way. She was fighting and being strong up until her last couple minutes of life. She was so strong, and I admire that every single day. The last time that I got to talk to her, I asked if she recognized me and knew who I was. She said, "Yep, you're a nincompoop." I don't even know what that is, but I was just happy to hear her voice. She always made me laugh, and she never knew what was going to come out of her mouth. That was my favorite thing about her. She would say anything to anyone. She's what somebody would call a savage nowadays. She didn't care what she said. She would just laugh and move on. She called my stepdad my dad's name more times than I could count. And if we tried to correct her, she would just laugh and go on with the conversation. Her last few years of life she spent in the nursing home in our hometown of Hope, Oklahoma, where she made sure everyone knew that she was the boss. Every time we went there, she was yelling at some of the other residents to stop what they were doing, get out of the nurses' carts, or do what they were supposed to. She always had something to tell us about someone that annoyed her that day. My Mimi was one of the greatest women I knew, and I strive to be like her every single day. I wish that I would have visited her more and appreciated her more while she was still here, but I have so many good memories. I'm so glad that I got to be one of the last people to talk to her, and I'll remember that for the rest of my life. I strive to be as strong and selfless as my Mimi was every day.